Okay, guys. Tonight we have a task, and it's going to be a debate between Team A and Team B. Team A here are the past and present house captains, and Team B are the rest of the contestants. And the debate is going to be about the topic being in charge and being in control. We're going to be talking about being in charge, and then you guys are going to be talking about being in control, and you can relate it to any situation, any aspect of life and living. So you guys are going to have a lead speaker who's going to speak for 3 minutes, and the other one of you guys would speak for 2 minutes each. And our group here, the same goes for us. So we're going to start now, starting with group B. Please choose your lead speaker and take the hot seat. Thank you. Okay, yes, you can either, your lead speaker can come at now or in the middle or at the end, but you know who your lead speaker is and the person speaks for 3 minutes. Any other person can take the hot seat now, but you guys are going to be talking about being in control. Yes. I've given the order. Please start from, we're starting from group B. Thank you.
That's called being in charge.
So you people are another one's in and speaking for 3 minutes.
Jesus, what have people been doing since?
Hmm.
All right. Good morning. Good evening, my fellow contestants.
Good evening.
I will be speaking for my group, Team B, and we'll be taking on the topic of being in control.
Are you the lead speaker?
I am the lead speaker.
Okay.
I was going to say unfortunately, but I think it's very fortunate. Anyway, so being, being in control is our topic of argument, of debate. Debate is still argument. Being in charge rather than being in control pertains to being responsible for something or someone. For example, being in charge of someone's bills or someone's accommodation. Now, being in control it provides a wider range or form of coordination where one is able to create and position things or people to exactly what you want them to do and exactly what you expect and desire. I would further like to elaborate on being in control in terms of being able to be aware of your surrounding, be aware of your resources, and in other words, you are able to focus on exactly your desires, more like unlike being in charge. Being in charge, on the other hand, might not necessarily mean you can tell the person what to do. You can just be, a guardian or just someone that is in charge of something and has a hold on something, but you do not necessarily and cannot necessarily take the person or or the thing, or I'm going to put the example on your performance. When you're in charge of your performance, you can be in charge of your band and your backup singers. But when you're in control of your performance, you are aware of your audience. You are aware of the smoke, even the smoke that comes out, the lightings. You can now and are now able to use these certain resources that you have around you to your betterment, to exactly what you desire of it or from it. And being in control also, you also understand your position and know that you can manipulate things to exactly where you want them to be. So we have we have understood and agreed to the fact that being in control is much, much more better than being in charge of something, due to the fact that, I said that before, you can design your world more. Thank you.
Very powerful. Very powerful. Thank you.
Okay. Go.
My name is Mecca Nelson. I'm here to speak. Um, I'm here to speak. How am I going to put it? Please, in the favor of being in charge. To me, I would say, to be in charge means to be in authority, to rule over, having dominion, and possess. Being in charge supersedes being in control, because there is an atom of authority in being in charge. I will give you an example. Let me read down. Being in charge means you can create or cause change. Is another point entirely. You can actually change people by you can actually charge people rather by motivating them, and you will get them do what you want them to do. Let me give you an example. Being in charge. Okay, let me use. Okay, Uncle Ben is in charge of the band. He's not in control. He's in charge. So he can only motivate them to carry out what he wants them to do. Being in control, you can be in control of, just like a sheep. Now you can be in control of a sheep, and you are the shepherd. You are leading. You are controlling the sheep, and you will see yourself sometimes do extra work. You see yourself carrying out, some things you needed not to do. But being in charge, you can sit and, speak, and just like what I said before, being in charge gives you the opportunity to create. It gives you this power to recreate. It gives you power also to actually, motivate people to carry out what you want them to do. You don't necessarily need to control them. You can sit down and, give them assignment or duties, telling them what to do, and you not doing them. That's being in control. You can control people, and you will see yourself being involved in the activity, because being in control, you see yourself doing, but you can sit down and tell people what to do, and you see them do what you want them to do. So being in charge means being in control, recreating, motivating people, and otherwise. But being in control, I would say, makes you, stress yourself that much, and that's the benefit of being in charge. Thank you very much.
We confuse ourselves. Trust me.
When you have exactly what you want at the end.
Hey, I'm Daniela, representing my team to speak for control against charge. Yes, work might be more for someone in control. Yeah, that was what you said. But then there's a satisfaction that is derived from getting what you want. Apart from that, I'll give you another very brief example. Um, though a captain is in control of a ship, yeah, he still has other minor sections. He gives orders to the navigating officer, every other sections of the ship. He doesn't necessarily have to be the one to do all those things. But you can imagine what happens if the captain doesn't give proper order, like turn the whatever to something degree and do this to. You can imagine what will happen to that ship. The ship would just get into trouble, would just sink or something. So there has to be control. Control coordinates charge as far as I'm concerned. And then apart from the ship part, in speaking from, okay, in an organization, it also works both ways, the same way in an organization. It also, even though there's a chain of command which allows for balance, you still need a head. If not, everything would not be coordinated. And that's where control comes in. That's why the fact that you say, oh, you take charge of this particular section, you take charge of this particular section. There still has to be someone that heads that organization to make it make sense. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Daniela, for helping us buttress our points further. My name is Ugo, aka Ugovina. And I'm about to speak in favor of being in charge. First of all, I'll do all of y'all the favor of differentiating from being in charge and being in control. I'll explain to you. Listen. The man who is in charge is the man who calls the shots. The man who is in control is the man who listens to the man who calls the shots. For instance, the president of Nigeria is in charge of the country. The governors are in charge of the states. They are trusted with the responsibility of carrying out the order of the president of the federation. So in retrospect, thinking about it properly, the president is the most important figure in the entire nation. Because without that order of control trickling down from him, everybody else has nothing else to do. They're all waiting for subvention from the government, waiting for allocation from the government. The president is the person that disperses information and sets everything else rolling. Being in control is always subordinate to being in charge. For instance, as an artist, your manager is in control of your life, but you are in charge of your career. You might have a manager control your affairs, give you your dates for performances, give you your dates for interviews, but if you do not attend your performances and interviews, nothing happens. So your manager is the guy running around making sure that everything is in place, but you are in charge. Because if you do not step out for shows, it won't happen. If you do not step out for interviews, it don't happen. You know why? Because you're the man. You're in charge. I will still continue to say, in regards to this competition, there are a lot of things going on for us. Band, lights, stage, dancers. The director is in control of all that. He can tell you to start your performance from here, middle of the stage. He can tell you to start your performance from side of the stage. Miss Kaffee is in control of your dance routine. Uncle Ben is in control of your arrangement. Mommy J is in control of our characterization. But you are in charge of your performance. Because no matter what it is they tell you, if you go out there, you can flip the script as much as you want. You can do like this, you can do like this. You know why? Because you are in charge. So what I have to say to you now is that instead of being in control of your life, as a manager in it, I'd rather that you be in charge of your life as the controller in it. All of us are in control of our lives, but God is in charge of this world. He's the man up there. He gave you a talent. That's such a good way to end. I'm in control of my life, but God is in charge of it. Think about it for a moment. Yes. Ofe Mano 1 of Project Fame Academy has spoken. Times. That was good. I just did freestyle.
All right, next. You guys covered your time.
The next speaker,
The time is
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
I didn't introduce myself as head speaker, so you can still do that.
Okay, good evening, everyone. All right, first of all, I beg to differ your definition. All right, the word control, let me start by that, because so many times, we humans, we do not understand so many things. And they say that, that when the use of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So let me just define the word control. The word control could simply mean, according to the Oxford Dictionary, the word control could simply mean to take charge, which is means to take charge. The word control means to take charge, and it also, you can say, the word control means to direct. All right, and so many times we live our lives in the hands of people to really direct and to really move things for us, while we just sit back and watch things go wrong. Right now, as human beings, we need to understand something, that nobody really cares about you. Nobody really loves you as much as you do. And we live our lives in the hands of directors. We live our lives in the hands of friends to direct things for us. Meanwhile, those people, so many times, people will call our so-called leaders, they are just mere matter in the world of physics, which simply means that matter is anything that has space and occupies space. Anything that has weight, rather, and occupies space. So most of our leaders, most of the people that will commit our lives and activities into their hands, they really don't know little or nothing about what our life really is all about. And what I'm really charging us right now to do is that we need to live our lives. We need to live our lives and take control of everything that has to do with us, with our performances, with our singing. Control is a total package. It's a total package. When you are in control, you take charge of your life. You take charge of everything that has to do with you. You take charge of your day-to-day activity. You know what you want. You know where you're going to. And let me cite an example. Like a director of a movie right now, can be in control of a movie or the setting and give charge to an editor. You give charge to the crew members, to the people in charge of your movie, and you take control. That is simply what control is all about. Taking charge of your life, be responsible for your action, be responsible for everything that pertains to your life, and just be up and doing. That's what we are talking about. God is in control of the whole universe. He's in control, and I'm urging you right now, we are saying it as a group. We are saying it as a group that taking control, being in control is far better than being in charge, because you can be in charge and you can be irrelevant. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. So first off, I'm the lead speaker. I'm a lead speaker, and I just want to thank you guys for buttressing on some of our points, and yes, taking it to another level. But basically, as my fellow contestant here has spoken, he said he's actually explained the difference between being in charge and being in control, which you all guys know already. So being in charge, it means you're calling the shots. You're from above, and you get to direct people to be in control. First off, that's what I want to say. And you mentioned the point that if those in charge rather, and don't really care about those in control and everything. If I am the boss and I'm in charge and I decide to do everything, what chance would you have to be in control, to do other things that I'll delegate you to be? For example, let's take the president of this nation. He's in charge of this nation as a whole, but he has people in control of different sectors in this nation. We have the educational sector, we have the sports sector, we have the health sector, we have the economic sector, we have science and technology, we even have art and entertainment. And he's in charge there, but he has people under him, which it's just like a food chain. It's a hierarchy. There's someone there, and you have other people who you delegate things to do. So everything goes around. Even those in control still have those in sub-control, and the thing keeps going down to the right bottom. So right now, being in control, yes, 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 thank you. Being in control is still subordinate to being in charge. And you said something about being in control. It means being in charge. But being in charge means taking full control. There's a difference. There's a difference. And, as he said, for example, this is a competition. We have the directors right there. They are in charge, as he said, they are in control, and we are in charge of our performance, but take it to a different level. They are in charge of this show as a whole, but we are in charge of being in control. Think about that. That's food for thought. We are in charge of being in control because, yes. Yes, for example, yes. Also, the house captains here and we all here have been in charge of every single thing that comes here. We're in charge of a task and everything. You guys control your different segments and everything we delegate you to do. But we come and we give you guys, we say, do this, and you do it because we have the authority, and anybody in charge has the authority to say and do whatever they want to say. We agree. Oh, but we're just saying that being in charge is superior to being in control.
No, being in control is superior to being in charge.
Sorry, you didn't make your points clear. You guys, guys,
Sorry,
can you
it's your
guys
time,
keep
it's your
quiet?
time.
I'm in charge of this stage now. Thank you very much. I own it.
Good evening, housemates. Good evening, housemates.
Good evening, Christian.
My name is Christian, and I'm in control now because I am able to tell you that I'm here. So please be quiet and listen to me. I am in control. Keep quiet. I'm talking. Listen. I'm starting. Being in control, might be superior to being in charge might be superior to being in control. Fact noted. But let's not forget there's an inevitable fact that human beings we turn deaf ears to rules and regulations at every point in time. So then fine, somebody who is in charge gives an order, like the president, you said, gives an order to Clement, I want you to do this thing in this town. He has given the command. He's in charge. He gave the command. Now, it's up to the person who is in control to sit and go like, okay, fine, this is what, this is the order I have gotten from here, that I should do this here. It is up to him, in his conscience, in his mind, to be able to do it well, do it and do it well, or do it and do it just like that, for doing sakes. We've had that instance so many times. Here is the case. You guys have been captains, yeah? We had captains who were in charge but were washing bowls because their power was very, very less. Because people like us who are in control, we're controlling them to be in charge of washing dishes, whilst they are supposed to be the heads. So the point I'm trying to make is, being in charge sometimes doesn't let you see what is behind you. You just give the order, turn your back to what is going on behind you. But being in control allows you to move into the situation and see what is happening around you, in your surroundings. Being in control, that necessarily doesn't mean that you have to go and beg for somebody to do something. But you have to be able to move into the situation, into the surrounding, and find out whether this thing that I said should be done has been done, whether this thing that has been done. But being in charge, most of the times, 99.9% of the time, leaves the people who are in charge turning their backs onto their commands. They don't even follow up. I've just given a command. Go and do this. It is somebody who is in control who now decides, okay, whether I'm going to take these batteries and pour it into the new basket, or take this. Shola, pour this thing into this. And he turns his back and walks away.
Shola doesn't do it. I can fire him and get somebody else to do it. So
Why?
I'm his boss.
You guys,
We are in control right now.
Abi, listen. You guys were the captains before, yeah. But most of you who were captains couldn't even control 6 people.
Not in my regime.
Even in your regime, it happened. So my point is that being in control, it doesn't necessarily mean that it supersedes being in command. But being in control starts from here.
That's it. It's a thing of the mind.
It's a thing of the mind.
Did you hear that? It's a thing of the mind. Being in control is a thing of the mind.
All right. It's a thing of just command and talk.
I don't know. The talk.
You guys have spoken very well. And I like what everybody said.
After Clement speaks, because people have 5, I think one person.
But I need you guys to understand something. All right? You talked about control, being in control. You talked about someone who had lesser power. You say your captain has lesser power. That was why he was washing bowl. Now, where do you, I work with your words, brother. In other words, that's what you're saying. But that means you weren't listening when you were talking.
I never said he had lesser power. I said somebody who was in control ended up
washing bowls by
You
himself.
said someone was being
Because
in
what?
charge.
You said something.
He was in charge.
I was
he
writing
ended
down what you said.
Ended up washing
He
bowls.
said
was-
he said his
didn't even
he
realize
has
it.
lesser power.
That his power was
He said
his
he
power
said his power was less.
his power was seconded because the people in control were
He
not
said
doing their
less.
job.
So that means you need to know you weren't in control of your words.
Yes.
And you weren't in charge
Please
of your
continue.
words.
Continue
You
by
were
what
just
you were
blabbing,
saying.
you were talking.
They were just sitting
Now
down.
listen to
looking
what I'm
for-
saying.
Looking for.
Listen. And that's how it is. That's how life is generally anyways. You talked about control. If I want to use it on a universe scale, God is in charge of your life. And you are in control on earth. He has the ability to kill you now. Why? Because he's in charge. So which is greater? One who is in control or one who is in charge? Universe scale. All right? I want you to ask yourself that question. All right? When God said, let us create man in our own likeness and image, he now said, he gave them an obligation. He gave them the ability to take charge over the world. And listen, I'm talking. That's why he gave them to take charge. Listen, I'm the one telling you. I'm the one telling you. Listen.
We are talking
Isn't
about
this is
humans
my
now.
I'm in charge right now.
Tell your man, he's the one interrupting.
I'm in charge right now. No, he interrupted. No, he interrupted first. So he has to protest on his words. You are not listening.
We are taking
You are not listening.
We are taking control. Don't let us use
I
God
put it
factor
to
right
you
now.
people.
Man.
Wait,
We are
sorry.
humans.
I put it to you people that you guys are encroaching into where you're not supposed to encroach.
Don't say that.
Now listen. As a leader, you lead by example, right? That's taking charge. That's not having less power. That's not being weak. The fact that he washed the dishes that time doesn't mean that he is weak. He's just showing you that you cannot continue to be a negligent person, someone who doesn't think right as a follower. You understand? No, I was used that lesser. You said it's lesser. Your madam says lesser too, right?
No.
When I did write them down.
Week is different.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, as a leader and as one who is in charge, right? It is better. You can quote me anywhere. It is better to be in charge than to be in control. You know why? Because being in charge is as well as being in control. So you cannot carry being in control and put it first and then say you are in charge under. Because being in charge came first from the beginning of creation. If you want to look at it came. Listen to me. Don't tell me wrong, brother. Don't tell me. I'm talking scriptures. I can bring Bible now. I will see it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now I want to ask you a question. Who is in charge of your life? Who is in charge of your life, Shola? Who is in charge of your life?
Control.
I'm in charge of my life.
I'm in charge of my
Even
life.
God does not have power over our
God is in
will.
control.
Have you answered your
God
question?
does not
Have
say
you
when
answered your
he's not
question?
invited or
God
wanted.
himself
He
does not
only
have power
asks
over our
you to be
will.
in charge.
He leaves
Can you
Wait.
believe it? That's
life and death I
control.
place before you. Choose
When you
life.
are driving a car, listen. When you are driving a car, who is in charge of the car?
Control. You guys are mixing this.
I've made my point.
He's delegated the sun and the moon to stand where it's supposed to be. So he's in charge, and you are in control of the timing. You wake up in the morning and sleep at night. You are in control of your mind.
I'm in control.
Take charge of the day.
Ugo,
Take charge of the night.
I'm driving a car. He won't support. He knows the
He
truth.
told the
I'm
moon and
driving
the
a
sun
car. I'm
to
in
take
control of the
charge.
car.
He's in charge.
You are mixing it up.
Tell them take charge.
Oh, it's okay. We understand.
The engine,
Tell them to take
engine.
charge.
Listen. The engine of a car is responsible for moving a car.
And that's what
It's
we
in
are saying.
control of the movement.
Can the engine
But you,
move itself?
eh?
Can it move the car?
Because you're in charge.
I
If
need
you
to
don't
know.
start your car
Wait,
will not start.
Hello, listen. I want you to know something. Guns don't kill. People kill. Guns don't kill. A gun that is just placed on the table, all right? It can do anything. People behind
Until-
the gun is the
and
killer.
takes
They are
charge
the
of
killer.
that gun.
Take control. Take control. Take control. Take control of your life. Take control of your life. Take control.
See, Shola, before you control the gun, you have to take charge of the gun. So charge comes first. You have to be the gun, be in charge.
Control.
Then control the gun and kill. God don't give people.
charge of that one.
Go and sit down.
Don't push. Don't touch my fellow.
Yes.
Sit down. Senator Shola, sit down. I knock your eye.
Let's be wise. Let's leave them in their negligence.
Oh my God.
Okay, right now, everybody has said what's on their mind. But being in charge and being in control, being in charge and being in control, sometimes it doesn't really matter which comes first or whatever. But being in control is much more powerful than being in charge. One, immediately you go on stage, automatically you are in charge. Automatically you are in charge. But being in control is much more powerful. The director can tell you start from here, okay? But he can't tell you start walking with your right leg, or don't swing, or don't do whatever. Shh, 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 shh. Let me make my point. Excuse me. So wait, if I feel that if I walk on stage whatever way I like, I control my body, I control my whole self to my comfort zone to make me comfortable. Why? So, because I'm in control. It is me and I'm in control. The next one, if I'm in a car, okay, immediately I go sit in the car. Immediately I go sit in front of the car. I'm in charge of the car. But being in control of the car is much more powerful. And that gives you the name driver. If I go and sit in front of the car, I choose to turn right, or I choose to turn left, or because I choose to brake, I can control. If I see red lights, I can choose. See, I can choose. That is the power of control. I can choose to even abuse the rules. That is the power of control. I can choose to cross. Do you understand? Now, God, okay, God is in control of human beings. Okay. Even the president is in control, has control over you. If the president comes here right now, the power, you see, like the power of control he has breaks down to the extent that if he comes right now and tell you that you sleep here, you don't have any other option than to sleep. Because he is in control over you. Because he's in control over you.
Of course, it's true.
Now, we have a game called chess. That one's a little bit confusing, but I'll try my best. I'll break it down. In chess, the queen is the biggest, right? The player plays the go game. The go game, exactly. The whole game, exactly. Come. And he's in control of the game. Okay? If I am a coach, okay? If I'm a coach and you are a player, okay? You can teach me whatever, but when I get on that field, if I see a pole, I can choose to kick with my left or right. Because I'm in control over the ball that moment. You, a coach, you don't have control over me on the pitch that moment. If I'm about to play a ball to a net, I choose to play to the left. I choose to play to the right because I'm in control.
And you don't want to score. You choose to play it anywhere.
I'm in control.
Okay,
All
continue.
because if I score or not,
The coach cannot do anything.
if
He
I
choose
play
to.
over the bar,
That is
if
a
I
very-
play in
if
the
you
net,
ask me,
if I
that's a
play
very
down,
stupid
it's
reason.
all because I'm in control.
That's
That is what I
not
do,
a
and that will make me
confidence.
comfortable. See,
This is what
somebody
we are
did this hair, okay?
Negligence.
See. Somebody did this hair that you are carrying, okay? But you can choose to flip it back.
You have 5 people.
No, 5
No.
What are you saying? 5 contestants.
Get orders from above.
Wait, Joe.
Take a seat.
5 speakers.
Who is this man?
Who is this man? You need to. The house captain is in charge of this task. The house captain is in charge of this task. Go and sit down, man. But in charge, the reason why he's in control is because he's in charge.
Who is this
man?
cannot-
Who is this
it
man? Who is
listen,
this man?
It is not possible to be in control without being in charge.
I am not saying.
Do you guys know that?
Yes. But see,
The point I was
So now, it is not possible. You use the case of traffic lights, Abi.
Who is it?
Who is in charge of the traffic light that controls the car on the street?
Okay. Overall.
Negligence in Africa.
Okay, so to round off my points, I would like to pick some points from your last speaker. You spoke about a car and about you being in control of the car and moving the car. So tell me, who is in charge of the car? The engine or the man driving the car? Who is running the affairs of the car? Who is running? Listen to me. Don't interrupt me. These are our final words.
you asked the question.
I'm starting again. It's a rhetorical question. You don't have to answer.
I think we should have order. If this is our final round.
This is our
If he's
final
talking,
round.
nobody
Please.
should
No-
talk.
no-
If we are
no
talking,
interruption,
you
please.
talk, vice versa. So
For instance, the running of a car. You say that the man is in control, but have you forgotten that you can press brakes and sometimes they will fail? You know why? Because the engine of the car is in charge. You might control the steering, you might control the brakes, but if the engine fails, nothing. Hold on. You spoke about the president coming here and telling me to sleep. What if I'm an insubordinate follower? I'm buttressing your point. You said that an insubordinate follower, president is washing plates. A president told the person to go and wash plates. The follower did not wash the plates. The president now went to wash the plate by himself. What is he showing? He's showing being in charge. See, hold on, let me finish. Don't interrupt me. In a game, hold on, sit down. That's leading by example.
sit down. Yes, in
That's
your
leading by
part.
example. That's negligence on the part of. Hold on, no interruption. No interruption. That's negligence on the. Hold on. That's. Shola, stop it. We will interrupt your last speaker too. We interrupt your last speaker. That is negligence. See,
People are always
we
negative.
interrupt your last speaker too. This is negligence on the part of the people in control. We delegate authority to you and you handle it with levity. So the person in charge does what? It takes total full control. Responsibility of what is going on. In a game, you say that you're in control. You can kick with your left leg. You can kick with your right leg. You can do anything you want. The referee is in charge of the game. You can score a goal and he'll tell you that, hold on, I'm coming. You kick with your left leg, you kick with your right leg because because you are in control. Yes, that's my point. But then you can kick the ball and the referee will tell you that. Or you can throw a ball. You can decide to throw it this stand like this. But if you throw it wrongly, what does the referee do? He'll tell you foul throw. You know why? Because he's in control. You can decide to play nonsense on the field of play. Hold on. Because he's in charge. Because he's in charge. You can decide to play nonsense on the field of play. You can decide to play nonsense on the field of play. Listen to me.
What is more important?
See, you can, guys, chill.
Place without a referee.
Stop it. Leave them, let them talk. They are my people. See, you can decide to play nonsense in a game because you're in control. But your coach is in charge. He can remove you from that game. You know why? Because he's in charge of that team. You might be in control of your legs and your hand, but the coach is in control of the formation on the pitch of play. He's in charge. Yes, because he's the man behind. He's the one calling the shots. My bell is not up yet. He's the one calling the shots. He's the one in charge of everything. Stop interrupting me.
It's okay, it's okay.
You interrupt them.
Don't worry, I'm not going to talk for you.
Sit down.
Where are you
You know
coming
why?
from?
Because he's in charge of the team.
Especially you.
It's the one that will say this person play free kick. This person play throw.
God example, God example.
What God is that? Is it my book?
My last thing. God created the earth. Sit down. God created the earth.
Sorry.
After interrupting, this is how we interrupt people. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Come and sit down.
We are the matured ones.
You are the matured one.
Negligence.
Interrupt them, guy.
Bunquem. Sit down. Emekus.
Look at them.
Be the matured one.
Good evening, my fellow contestants. I would like to urge that we do not interrupt them. Wait.
Doro dream.
I would,
Interrupt.
Do you interrupt? Do you
I would like to urge that we respect ourselves.
Oh, really?
I respected myself.
Being
If my
negligent,
people did not
you are
respect
very
themselves,
fond
don't
of
tell
You're
me
not in
wrong.
charge of them.
In everything, you
I
are
agree.
control of
I
them.
agree.
They're in control of their
I
mouths, but
agree.
you're in charge of them.
I
You should have
agree.
you should have charged them.
have
to
Let
shut
me
up.
charged
talk.
them
Let me
to keep
talk.
quiet.
Please do not interrupt.
I don't know who's in control of their
I
mouths.
did not
Your time has started already.
If you interrupt, you won't get the
The
point.
time has started already.
Oh,
Before I
made
go
a
on, I would like to say you have made pretty strong points, very strong points, and I respect that. In regards to the one that you mentioned, I just want to quickly chip in. It's not my point. Just the fact that the engine stopped because of the controller's negligence, which, he forgot to service the car in the morning. That's why his engine stopped. Yes, but that doesn't stop the fact that he's in control of the car. If the car is stagnant and stable, the car is completely useless. Useless. Now, I'll give the example of a chess player. The chess player... Oh, you want to get it again? Now you bring the point, so that makes it very, very pointless anyway. So, yes. I'm saying there are plenty. I'm not done. I'm just starting. That was just to chip in.
Exactly.
So anyway, for example, the chess player. I'm taking 2 chess players now playing a chessboard. Yes, there's the king and the queen, and there's the pawn and the knight, and so on and so forth. But guess what? The player is in control of that game. Yes. The pawn is in charge of protecting the king and queen. The pawn can decide to go left and right if he wants, but let me tell you something. The controller is the controller. No! Wait, I'm not finished.
It tells the knights what to do. But the person that is in charge of the game is
It's
the person
control
that is
of the
losing
game.
everything.
Control,
I'm
not
in
in.
charge now.
Let me. In regards to control, you say charge. A charge. If I'm going to use your word, if he's in charge of that game, do you know what will happen to that game? He'll be in charge and be looking at the game and standings. And let me tell you what the difference is. If he's in control, he will design it to where he wants it to be. In response to being a god, God created
all those things. Whoever is playing the game
I
is
never
in charge of
finished.
everything.
I would end by
Including those
saying
things
this.
that you are controlling.
I would end. Can I say this? And I would end by saying
God
this.
created the earth and put man in charge.
Why does
That's
man
the
talk now? This guy is
It's the
interrupting me.
simplest thing to say. Put man in control. Eh?
Wait
God,
now, no,
God
wait,
created the
wait.
earth with his mouth.
Can I talk?
Which one?
In my final words.
Let them.
In my final words. In my final words. In my final words, I would like to say, in regards to where I mentioned the definition of control, is because of the fact that you will design it to what you want it to be. You will control it to your desired expectations. God created the heavens and the earth to his desired creation, to his desired definition. Let me explain it to you.
If you
He
think you're
said,
controlling and negligent,
wait,
you take charge of
wait.
it.
God designed.
That's not.
Can I
Oh, so
finish?
you're saying God told me not to
God,
sin.
No.
God has told
God
me
is
to
in
live your life
control.
well, and I'm in control of my life,
God
and I'm
is
sitting
in
up and down.
No.
I
God
think
is in control. And God.
I think God is incompetent. What are you saying? You didn't let me land. You didn't let me land.
is not up.
You didn't let me
God
land.
created
You
the
two did not let me
heavens and
land.
the
You did not
earth.
let me land.
God
You
created.
did not let me land.
I'm not going to raise my voice. God created the
God,
heavens
your
and
time
the
is
earth.
over. Your time is over. Over.
God created the heavens and the earth to his preferred design.
Over.
In the garden and ask them to take charge.
See,
That's control.
God created the heavens and the earth to his own preferable design. If you wanted the sky to be red, it would be red.
because he's in
No,
charge.
he's in control. What are you telling me? He designed it. Like I said,
Saying what it is. Is in charge or control?
he's in control because he created it to his desired expectations.
God is in control.
He's in control.
God is not in charge.
He charges the sun to
Yes, God is in control now.
let there be light.
Don't forget my definition of being in charge. Don't forget my definition of being in charge and being in control. The person that is in charge is the
God
guy
is
who's
in
up there.
control.
It's not possible to be in control without being in charge. Period.
While being in charge, you can also be in control and you can lead by example. Yes.
Now, I'd like to let you people know that being in charge is being in total control. First of all, the two words can almost mean the same thing, but there's a thin line in differentiating between who is in charge and who is in control. Because who is in charge is the person that is controlling everything else. Who is in control sometimes takes order from who is in charge. I'm done.
So,
Done.
to me, I would say, being in charge, you don't need to handle. But being in control, you need to handle something. You need to take hold of something. But being in charge, you sit down in your own comfort zone and speak a word, and it will work for you. But being in control, you need to take a step and handle something. Being in control. So sitting down and doing it, which one is more better? Which one is more better? Thank you.
Like he said, being in control, you get to sit down and you give. Being in charge, you have to sit down and give orders, and people who are in control do it. But the point I'm trying to make is that is like he said, you will sit down, give the order, and then nothing would be done sometimes, and so it is so like that. But when you are, it's forfeited. But when you are in control, you've given the order. You just get you could get up. It is not by force. You could get up and check on your surrounding and find out whether the command you gave has been this thing.
Okay, what I want to say shortly is being in control is taking charge. Being in control is everything. Being in control is taking charge of your life, citizens. Thank you.
God,
Being in control is taking
God
charge.
created.
That's what I want to say.
God created. You guys started and you started saying God. God created. Chill. God created. God created the heavens and the earth. God created. God created the heavens and the earth and every other thing in it. And then he created Adam and Eve and asked them to take and put them in the Garden of Eden and asked them to take charge of Adam. God gave the order. People can take charge in their different areas, but when it is not organized, that's where control is leadership. Yes. When it is not organized, it does not come together, and then it doesn't make sense. That's why the sun shines during the day and the moon shines during the night.
Thank you.
God controlled the sun to shine in the morning and this moon to shine at night. Now, why? Because the sun is in charge of light, while the moon is in charge of taking shining light during the night. What is my point? A controlled environment, it is what you expect it to be because you organized it to your desire. And what is that? What does that make you? It makes you in charge.
That's it. Thank you.
I've not finished now. I've not finished. 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 You get my mouth? I'm in control.
We don't read.
Can you go? Your sentence is over. Rookie.
Says who? Says who? Are you in control of my mouth? I'm in control of my mouth.
Clement,
don't
go.
stop me
Clement,
until
go.
I'm done.
Clement,
now,
go.
God,
If not,
God
Clement is not going to
designed the
speak.
world
I
to
said
be
you
what
should
he wants
stop.
it to be.
Okay,
That
let
makes
them
him
let
more.
them just be talking.
that-
Let them just be talking. Let them just be talking. Let them just keep talking.
To be in control, I will repeat myself, means you can organize and coordinate exactly what you want your game to come out to be, to your expected desire. If you're in charge, you can stand and nothing gets done.
Okay, so what exactly I want to what I want to say is that being in charge and being in control is like left hand, right hand. One can't go without the other. But being in control is much more powerful. I mean, I'm in charge of these sticks, but I move it the way I want to. I control these sticks the way I want to. It is, I do it to my own desire. That because I'm in charge, fine, but being in control is the point. It really makes you feel that you have the power. If the doctor comes for a physiotherapy right now, okay? Oh, please. If the doctor comes for a physiotherapy right now, if my doctor comes for a physiotherapy right now, and he tells me to lift my leg, okay? I lift it to my comfort zone because I'm in control of this leg. So being in control is much more powerful than being in charge.
It's not my guess.
You can be in charge of the crutches. If you don't control it properly, he will fall on the stick.
And it's what gives action to your legs.
Your brain is in control of what to carry your hand to raise up.
Okay, guys, wow, it's
That's
been a
control right
really,
there.
really amazing
control
debate. Everybody give it up for yourselves. We've all done well. Even those that made senseless points, we've all done well. We've all done well. We've done well. We've done well. We've done well. Thank you. I just want to say thank you guys so much for buttressing on our points and kept supporting whatever we've been talking about. It was really fun debating with you guys. And I just want to say that everything I've learned, I've taken a lot of points from you guys, but today I learned that being in charge is being in total control. And this is how we end the night. If you want to have a debate with any one of us, come see us in our chambers. Thank you very much. It's been a very wonderful thing. Thank you very much. Everybody go and do your songs. Thank you very much.
Be partial. That is being in charge and being partial.
Debbie, come.
Brought to you by MTN.